A good midday Thursday to you. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities, Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Couple of tropical systems. This is a newly formed tropical storm, Josephine. You can see that the track and projection here is no threat to land. Looks like maybe Bermuda could be affected, but that's a long ways around the corner. Right now we have an area of higher pressure that's pushing in and really the controlling influence on our weather locally here across the northeast United States. We'll see a weather system make a push into the region, but this is really not going to get in here significantly until probably sometime along about Monday late afternoon, Monday night into Tuesday. That looks like it's our next significant batch of rainfall. And the lead up to that is really very, very limited, if not dry, with several days of relatively dry weather. We're hurting right now with abnormally dry conditions and moderate drought. Looking at the precipitable water first here, this is near neutral right here in the whites, and this is precipitable water, the measurement of metric of how much moisture there is in the atmosphere. That would combine to fall as rain. Anything in the lighter tones, the yellow, the oranges here and tan colors is above normal, and then blue is below normal, and this generally indicates an area of higher pressure. And blue is good because it's sinking motion in the atmosphere, which dries out the atmosphere. The upward vertical motion in the atmosphere associated with storms and low pressure is in the red. The concentrated areas are usually typically tropical here, as you can see off the California coast, and even up in some parts of Canada. This indicates there's some kind of a frontal system with some moisture that's pulled out ahead of it, and probably a cold front that'll be tracking east. Running the model right now, this is how it shapes up. So you can see that we just kind of we're into late Friday, just kind of stay under that area of higher pressure, that sinking motion, drying out the atmosphere, all good there. The blues are 1 to 2 standard deviation, nothing extreme, and it doesn't look like we get into any real moisture up until here. And this is the tail end of that frontal system. This is valid Monday night, about 06Z or 2 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday morning. And then that rips on through, and then we get another area of higher pressure that'll build back into the region. So we're looking at excessively dry conditions with only a couple relief valves for potential rain, and that looks to be centered basically on Monday night. European model incrementals look like this, and we're looking at dry weather, of course. This is earlier on and through the day today. No precipitation issues. We have a little bit of a moisture flow that's coming in from the north and east. This is probably going to track in some thunderstorms on Saturday afternoon that might make it into some parts of eastern Vermont, mostly attuned to the Connecticut River Valley. There could be some isolated thunderstorm cells late in the afternoon on Saturday. The only fly in the ointment, really, otherwise it's really dry everywhere else. Then that continues into Sunday, that area of higher pressure then ridges back and for good weather as we go through the day on Sunday. Finally, on Monday, we'll start to see a little bit of an increase in precipitation approaching us. This is that frontal boundary again. And it really doesn't get here until fairly late in the day on Monday or Monday night, the current timing. And looks like we do pick up somewhere around 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 an inch in some spots. And it's our only real relief valve right now for this abnormally dry and moderate drought conditions. And then that kind of lingers a little bit into Tuesday. Beyond that, looks like another area of higher pressure will push in drier weather beyond this period. GFS ensemble, Canadian ensemble. This is centered on Montpelier, Vermont, 3-hourly QPF. You can see maybe just a little bit of an uptick here indicating that business on Saturday. And then this is Monday into Tuesday of next week with a little better chance for some showers and some thunderstorm activity and much needed rainfall. This is how it looks for the total amount of QPF. The latest model run of the GFS has gone hog wild. Throwing that out, I think we're going to be somewhere around 1/2 inch of total precipitation here, and this looks about right. And that entails basically roughly about 1/2 inch of rainfall total, and you can see this in the Weather Prediction Center's total QPF for the next 7 days. Switching to temperature, this is what the climate reanalyzer looks like, and you can see that we have either normal or above normal temperatures across a good portion of the United States lower 48, excepting the Pacific Northwest, Northern Rockies, and up into the Canadian Rockies. To the north, it's still pretty warm across the Arctic. It's cold across the Greenland ice pack. That's good news there, but there's a lot of melting going on, especially off the coast of Siberia. Most recently, a little bit of colder pattern starting to show up there. And the GFS Canadian Ensemble showing the 2-meter temperatures, the high of the day, the warmest days, and we have a little bit of a cooling trend. And this is our precipitation day that's expected with a much warmer night, 65 indicated. Looking at precipitable water, there's one big chunk there up to about 1.5, 1.6 inches. And this is indicated for what's going to be moving in here for late Sunday, Monday, into Tuesday. Meteorological output statistics based on the country here. So we're looking at the weighted temperatures during the afternoon, high temperatures, and just a little bit above normal. And it looks like this is for the next 5 days, and then 3 days later, we're going to be still right in that general area about neutral. About the tropics, here's tropical storm Josephine. We're 45 miles per hour. Again, it's going to be taking a track. A lot of wind shear is going to be affecting it as it gets closer to the Lesser Antilles. It'll be riding just a little bit to the north. This is Bermuda. It could affect Bermuda with this kind of a track curving out to sea. And European ensembles from weathernerds.org, courtesy of them. You can see that the European 51 member indicates basically staying away from the islands. And you see the wind speeds here, 30 to 40 knots, so worthy of a tropical storm. Pretty weak, though, overall, and that's the latest projection. That's all I have for you here. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.